Hello everyone and welcome to Rad Chat live at UKIO. My name is Anuj and I'm joined by fellow host
Jane McNamara.
So we've got a willing volunteer slash bin volunteers. Would you like to introduce yourself please?
Yeah, sure. My name is Anuj Sharma. I work for Ergéa here in the UK.
I've got a question. Is it Ergéa? How do you pronounce it? Different variations of this.
Great question. I pronounce it Ergéa.
Okay.
Lots of people pronounce it Ergéa, but I think it is Ergéa. It's actually a made-up name, made-up word from two Greek words that have been spliced together. So yeah, enabling healthcare. So I think Ergéa is the way that I pronounce it.
Good luck.
So we have had the pleasure of Ergéa sponsoring us and doing some series over the last few months. For anyone who hasn't listened to those episodes, maybe hasn't heard of the company, what is it that you do?
So Ergéa is a healthcare enabler. So we're an infrastructure company that support trusts with their equipment requirements. So from diagnostic imaging to radiotherapy, we look at supporting trusts with planning their equipment replacement cycles and maintaining older assets. So really helping to, so there's no one size fits all, and everything that we do is very bespoke. So we've got 18 or 19 large managed service contracts in the UK, and I would say that no two are the same.
Right.
So depending on what the needs are of each individual trust, we're trying to help to find a solution for each one of those. So it may be that they require a bit more third-party maintenance support, and we can help with that. It may be that there's no capital to replace equipment, and we can help. It may be that there's not enough space, physical space, to put new assets in, and we can help with some of that enabling and build work as well. So we can do. We've got a whole range of things that we can help with, but essentially enabling healthcare and partnerships are what we're all about.
Why did you want to work at Ergéa?
My journey to Ergéa was probably a little bit different. I came in pre-2023 as a contractor, so I came in to help with our consumable part of our business, and I found Ergéa to be a really entrepreneurial place to work. Really great people, the culture was evolving, and I think everyone that's there has a part to play in shaping that culture. And that's why I stayed, because I thought, this feels like a really good place to be. And personally, maybe I can have some influence on the shape of this organisation going forward.
I was going to say, you actually probably have quite a lot of power, because yes, you've got clients who maybe have their own interests and needs from a service perspective, but you get an opportunity to see what's up and coming and what's effective, cost effective, and almost shape future professions, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's this role of working with Ergéa is the first time I've ever, in 25 years of working in healthcare, pharmaceutical industry, medtech, have really worked closely with NHS Trust C-suite. And we do have a huge responsibility. Once we partner with the trust, we do have a unique and very privileged position in supporting trust, as you say, like really helping to guide trusts with what's coming up in the future. What do you need to, so although you might have an immediate requirement for a new CT, MR, whatever it might be, what's going to happen? What is the landscape for the next 10 years? How do we prevent people from entering into the healthcare system in the first place? How do we enable the digital side of things for patients and for trust? And how do we give trust that perspective? And it is a real privilege. And really, really great to work with it. Really great environment.
If there are other people out there listening to this who want to get into the industry and maybe aren't clinical, what advice would you give them?
Great question. I think broad range of skills is really valuable. I think if you haven't come from a DI background, but you have an interest, or you're quite commercial, or you may have a healthcare background or a marketing background, I think a really broad range of skills is really valuable, because lots of the problems and issues that trusts have said earlier, don't require there's no one size fits all. So having a broad range of skills is really valuable. So, keep broadening those skills, keep developing yourself and looking for the opportunities. And there are always, I know there's lots in the media about graduates not getting jobs and it's becoming more difficult, but there are always jobs for good people. Firmly believe that.
Something I've noticed from kind of working with the industry is the people that are out there on the exhibition space, they're such good communicators. And that's definitely something that I would say, if you're an enthusiastic communicator, then this might be a space that you would excel in. Is that something that you would agree with?
Totally agree, yeah. I was nodding away all the way through your question there because absolutely, I think you've got to be naturally enthusiastic. I think you've also got to be curious.
Yeah.
And if you're curious and people are walking by your stand and they don't want to engage with you, I think you've got to be, you've got to have a certain kind of energy that, you make eye contact, you invite them along, and if you're not that kind of person, you're gonna let things slip by. So I think you've got to grab the bull by the horns, and you've just got to get yourself out there and engage for sure.
What have you loved about UKIO this year?
This is probably my 4th or 5th UKIO, and actually in this booth I can still see people walking past that I've started to make contacts, I've started to know people, and actually I really understand the value of networking and coming to events like this and seeing old colleagues or trusts that we're working with or that we are about to work with, and that's really valuable. It's a really nice feeling.
It's been busy this year, really busy, especially in the exhibition space, I think, and you can just feel the buzz around kind of the exhibitors and also the delegates.
Yeah, I think the exhibition spaces have evolved. So I've seen a lot more presentations on stands and kind of silent disco theme with headphones. There's different things happening on stands which are attracting people in, and I think that can only be a good thing, as well as ice cream, coffees. That's always good as well.
Good freebies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on the Rad Chat sofa.
I know, pleasure. Thank you very much. Hope that was okay.